Margaret, you need to leave this house today. I'm Dad's legal guardian now, so don't worry about him. My daughter-in-law Jennifer said. This with a smile on our 50th wedding anniversary morning. I was 26 when I married into this coastal Maine family. My husband Robert ran a lobster business. And his father owned 3 waterfront properties and a restaurant in town. 5 years into our marriage, my father-in-law suffered a stroke. The right side of his body was paralyzed, and he could barely speak. That day changed everything. Honey, I'm taking Dad to physical therapy. Margaret, time for his medications. Here, Dad, take your time eating. 20 years passed. Every single day, I bathed him, fed him, managed his care. My grandson Tyler grew from a baby to college age. And my life revolved around Dad. Robert focused on the business. Jennifer used her career as an excuse to avoid helping. Robert's brother visited twice a year. His sister only called. But last fall, something shifted. You know, Margaret, these assisted living facilities are amazing now. 24-hour nursing care, activities, everything. Robert mentioned it over dinner. Dad's stable. Why bring up facilities now? Just thinking about you. You're getting older too. It's a lot. Days later, Jennifer cleaned Dad's room. And said, Margaret, nursing homes offer free dementia screenings now. Maybe Dad should get tested? Dad didn't have dementia. His body was weak, but his mind was sharp. Why do you keep saying that? Just being proactive, you know? Strange calls started coming. Calling about the guardian transfer? Guardian transfer? What? Oh sorry, wrong number. It happened repeatedly. Nursing homes, estate attorneys, insurance companies. I found receipts in Robert's office. Hotel parking, florist bills, jewelry purchases I knew nothing about. Robert, what are these? Business expenses, client gifts. 12 florist receipts are all business? Competition is tough. Don't worry about it. But I worried. His phone was locked. He came home late constantly. My friend Susan visited, and I told her everything. Margaret, this is wrong. The facility talk, guardian calls, Robert's behavior. Susan looked serious. Do you control the bank accounts? Robert handles everything. Check immediately. And find out about Dad's assets. Something's very wrong. That night, Robert came home late, smelling of alcohol and perfume. A registered letter arrived the next day addressed to Robert. While he was traveling, I opened it. A property transfer deed. Dad's beachfront property going to Jennifer's name. My hands shook. How could Dad transfer property when he couldn't communicate? That evening, I heard Robert and Jennifer talking. When do we move him to the facility? Next week. Guardian paperwork is done. We'll kick Margaret out. We're selling the house anyway. I stood behind the door, heart sinking. Our 50th anniversary morning arrived. Margaret, come out here. Robert, Jennifer, Tyler, Robert's siblings, everyone gathered in the living room. You need to leave this house today. I'm Dad's legal guardian now. Jennifer held out papers. Divorce documents. What? Margaret, you're old enough to enjoy retirement. Live your own life. Dad's our responsibility now, Robert added. I cared for him 20 years, and you're kicking me out? Legally, you're not family. No blood relation. Even Tyler spoke coldly. Mom, pack your things. Today. I had one small suitcase. While packing, I heard sounds from Dad's room. He sat in his wheelchair by the bed, trembling hand, pointing to an old leather briefcase. He couldn't speak, but he tapped the briefcase 3 times. Then squeezed my hand. What are you doing? Get out. Jennifer shouted. I grabbed the briefcase and left. In the motel room, I cried for hours. 50 years, and I was homeless. Late that night, I opened the briefcase. Documents, a worn notebook, and a small USB drive. The notebook was Dad's handwriting. Daily entries for 3 years. November 5, 2023. Robert and Jennifer discussing facility. Placement and property liquidation. December 12, 2023. Robert on phone with woman. Talking about marriage next spring. January 20, 2024. Jennifer brought a state attorney. Forged my signature on transfer documents. February 3, 2024. Tyler laughing about getting a bigger room when grandma's gone. 20 years of observations. Dad had seen everything. I plugged in the USB. Dozens of audio files. The first file played. Once he's in a facility, we can liquidate everything. Robert's voice. What about Margaret? Divorce her. She has no legal claim. Everything's in Dad's name. You changed the insurance beneficiaries? All done. If anything happens to Dad, we get everything. I covered my mouth. This was my family. Next file. Tyler's voice. Dad, when is Grandma leaving? Anniversary day. Then you can have Grandpa's room. Sweet. It's huge. Each file made me shake. The last file was Dad's voice. Daughter. Not daughter-in-law, daughter. I couldn't speak, but I saw everything. 20 years you cared for me like your own father. You're my real family. Blood doesn't make family, actions do. Take this USB and these documents to the attorney. I prepared everything. Tears poured down my face. Dad had protected me while pretending he couldn't. I found a will underneath. Notarized 3 years ago. I, William Hartford, being of sound mind, leave all properties, assets, and accounts to Margaret Hartford. Any transfers or beneficiary changes made by Robert Hartford are fraudulent and void. There was an attorney's card. Sarah Chen, estate attorney. A note on back, bring USB and documents. Everything is ready. Next morning, I met Attorney Chen. Margaret Hartford? I've been waiting. She reviewed everything and nodded. Mr. Hartford prepared this 3 years ago. Will, recordings, forged documents, insurance fraud, it's all here. What your family did constitutes fraud, forgery, and elder abuse. Really? Yes. Your father-in-law hid his recovery level. We have doctor certifications of his mental competency. They deceived everyone to steal his assets. That's criminal. What happens now? We probate the will, void the fraudulent transfers. And you can press criminal charges if desired. A week later, Attorney Chen and I visited the house. What are you doing here? Jennifer blocked the door. Delivering court documents. William Hartford's will has been validated. All assets transfer to Margaret Hartford. Chen handed over papers. What? Robert appeared. All fraudulent transfers are void. Elder abuse and fraud are criminal offenses. Settlement or prosecution? Wait. Your father-in-law recorded everything for 3 years. Every plan to remove me, documented. I said quietly, Margaret, please. We made a mistake. Jennifer fell to her knees. 20 years I cared for him. You kicked me out on our anniversary. We're sorry. Please. We're proceeding legally. Attorney Chen, file everything. The court ruled in my favor. All properties transferred to my name. Robert and Jennifer paid fines for fraud and forgery. Dad moved to an excellent care facility I chose. He's improving with proper therapy. Daughter. Thank you, he managed to say. I converted one property into a caregiver respite center. The restaurant became a senior legal aid office. Susan visited at the harbor. Margaret, you built something beautiful from this. Dad protected me. 3 years of silence, but he was fighting for me. The ocean stretched before us, peaceful and endless. Real family isn't blood. It's time, care, and love. Have you experienced something similar? Share your story in the comments.